Hi, I'm Amy Roberts. Welcome to ARV 110. So if this looks a little different to you, we are using the new Blackboard Ultra, which everyone on campus will be using starting in the fall. So it may look a little bit different. I've got it set up in 3 different units. Just this getting started, which we'll use today. A way that you can be counted as attendance each week, and then all of our assignments and things are in this last tab. So let me get some housekeeping out of the way. Here's the video that you are probably watching right now. We do have a textbook, so let's go ahead and go over that. Our textbook is a custom textbook just for us. It is by a company called Against the Clock. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Against the Clock and make a student account with your TCTC email. You can just say create account. I already have an account, so I'm going to sign in. Once you have done that, you can go back. If you are using financial aid, then you can buy this from the bookstore and you will receive an email. If you aren't using financial aid, it's kind of easier to just go straight through Against the Clock. So here is the book. It'll take you directly to our book. And you can see it is just for Tri-County Tech and for this year. And you can just add that to your cart. It will then show up under your account. So let me go ahead and sign into my account and you'll see what I mean. When you buy it through the bookstore or if you buy it directly, after you've already paid for it, if you go to My Account and Files, you're going to see your book appear right here. Now, I've got a bunch of books because I've been teaching this over the years. You'll just see this one. So that is your actual textbook. Here are the fonts that you will need in order to do a lot of the assignments. So I would go ahead and download and install those fonts. Here are instructions on how to do it on Windows and in Mac. Here are some videos that the book has created for you. They may or may not help you. I create my own videos that I think are more helpful, but these are great. There's also a bunch of tests that you could do. They are not going to be part of your grade, but if you feel like that helps you, you absolutely can do that. And then here are the student files that you are going to need to complete each week's assignments. So I would go ahead and download that onto your computer. So when you open up the textbook, you will see, here it is. It's got our Tri-County Tech. And then here are all the things that we're going to be doing. So the main software that we're going to be using is Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Indesign. The book will have Adobe Indesign and Adobe Illustrator, and our work in Adobe Photoshop will not be using this book. So we will start with Illustrator, and you see you have 4 projects with Illustrator, and then we'll be moving on to Photoshop, and then we'll come back to the book for InDesign. Once again, this is where you get, this is the actual ISBN number for our book, and then here are some examples of what it should look like, what you need to click on and stuff, what I just went over. So if you have any questions, you can call me. I can set up a Zoom to help you, or you can come by my office. So we'll go ahead and talk about me for a second. Let's go down here to me. I am Amy Roberts. Some of you have had me before. And here's some information on me. I do have a background in media production and graphic design. I have been a graphic designer at a TV station, a chief video editor, and I was the art director and senior promotions producer at Fox Carolina. And I am an Adobe expert. So if you need any help, just let me know. Let's go ahead and do the other stuff we need to talk about. Your Adobe software. You will be receiving free Adobe Creative Cloud software from Tri-County. Now, you should already have this by the time you're watching this. IT has added your name to our Adobe licenses, and you will receive an email, hopefully. Here is an example of what the email will look like. So go check your spam folders and see if you have that. It's easiest to just do it straight from there. You're going to click on Get Started and make sure to use your Tri-County Tech email. When it pops up to add the email, make sure you say school account. If you do have your own account, that's fine. You do not have to use ours. You can continue to use your own account that you've paid for. And if you are a Clemson student, you may already have a license through Clemson, and you certainly could use that. Here is a link to that if you'd rather use the Clemson license so that all your files and things will transfer over when you go on to Clemson. I would say when you update this, when you install the software, it's better not to click auto update because the things that are in the book right now are for the current version. And if it updates in the middle of the summer, it may look a little bit different from what we are doing here in class. So I would turn off auto update just to help you out. The syllabus for this class is pretty straightforward. Your chapters are broken up each week, and you will have graphic projects and exercises, and then we have some that are weighted a little bit more than that. But in general, if you keep up every week, you should do really well. There's also a lot of information about attendance and stuff on here. I'll go ahead and go over that separately. So because this is an online class, you are only allowed one absence before the registrar will automatically withdraw you. I've got it kind of set up so that won't happen. Let me finish talking and then I'll explain that to you. If you do think you're going to be, if you have something happen in your life or you get sick, there is a Tri-County Tech extended absent request that you can fill out to let them know, let Tri-County Tech know what's happening, and then they will email your instructors to let us know what is going on if you need to be gone for a few days. So as far as attendance goes, I do have this attendance every week set up for you. In an online course, just logging into Blackboard is not enough for us to be able to count you as present. You have to actually do something. So I know a lot of things happen during the week, and maybe you don't have time to get your work done for that week. So I have set this up attendance every week, and these will appear. So for this first week, you just have to click on this and say, yes, count me as present. If you do that, say, yes, I've watched the welcome video and I'd like to be counted present. If you do this, I can count you present. Now, of course, if you do the work for that week, I can also count you present. But if you have a lot of things happening in your life, you don't think you're going to get the work done that week, at least come on and do the attendance verification so I can count you as being here for the week. Now, if we look down here, you'll see here's week 1. We're going to do project 1. So if you get project 1 done, fine. You've got your attendance. So I hope that makes sense. You, of course, can email me or ask me if you have any questions. I've also put the attendance verification, a link to that in each week. So you can either click on it through the main folder or you can click on it here. Now, each week I will have a video that will explain, help you go along through the book. You can use my video to do your work or the book, or you can use them together as one to make it easier, especially when you first start using this program if you've never used it before. Now, I will say the first week, do not let it get you frustrated. It may take you 3 hours or so to get through the work just because you're not familiar with the way the book is and the files and all that kind of stuff. It will get faster, and by the end of the semester, you should be able to shoot through the week and do your work relatively quickly. That first week might take you a while. Don't get discouraged. Now, these weekly projects, I do have them due Sunday at midnight, so they will open up on the Monday of the week, and you will have a full week to do them. If you get behind, it is fine. I do accept late work. However, it will be a 20-point deduction because clients don't like to get stuff late, so kind of real-world implications there. One thing that will happen is we are working on, for instance, we start with Illustrator, and we will have 5 Illustrator projects. When we are done with Illustrator, I will no longer accept any Illustrator work because we're moving on to Photoshop. So if you fall behind, I will accept late work up until we are done working on that particular piece of software, and then those will close and you'll have to move on to the next piece of software. So don't get too discouraged if you get behind. I will still accept those to a point. So welcome to class. I hope you learn a lot. Let me know if you have any questions.